The daily wake up. Visualize your future. Behave in ways needed to create your future. Execute your new behaviors to fulfill your mission. We are mission chasers.
Good morning, gentlemen. This is John Vickers, owner of Explosive Performance Academy and creator of the Courageous Men program. We help men like you become the most elite versions of themselves through fitness, faith, family, and finances. And this is the daily wake up. So we all have this ability to truly live the life that we want to live, right? We as men have the ability to create that life. And I, for the longest time, really struggled with this, right? I would say in my mind that I wanted something, but truly fail to create it. And I had no idea why. Like, I would meditate, I would write goals down, I would set goals for 5 years, 3 years, 1 year, quarterly, monthly, daily, weekly, all that good stuff. I would do all that stuff that you tend to be told to do when you're in this space and you're working on creating the best version of yourself. But there was one thing that was truly missing, and it took me forever to figure this out. And it sounds really like woo-woo and like strange for a lot of people. But the way that this world works is we have this ability to create what we want in life based off from what we constantly feed our minds with. There's this book called Power versus Force, and it talks about vibrations. Okay, it talks about vibrations of what you put off into the stratosphere, what we put off into this world. And like vibrations attract like vibrations. So whether we have high vibration or a low vibration, we're going to attract what our vibration is. Okay. Same thing with like whatever you think is impossible is exactly that. It's impossible. Like you can't think of something being impossible and actually be able to make it happen. So the way that we think, the way that we operate on a daily basis, typically actually we operate on a daily basis by the way that we think, the way that we think about ourselves, the way that we think about our opportunities, the way we think about being able to create things in this life. We all have this ability to create, but if you're not at a high vibration, you're constantly low vibration, negative thinking, doing things out of a negative state of mind, and you're in this dark cloud over your head, which I get it. I was there. To be honest with you, like last week I was there. And I've talked about this mentor that I have the last few podcasts that I've done. And I was having this conversation with him the other day. And I was like, why can I set all these goals, create all of these plans and execute on them and not achieve anything out of it? And he said, because your vibration is low. Like you're not attracting what you say that you want, because deep down inside of your heart, you don't believe that you deserve it. There's something within you that says you don't deserve it. And he was fucking right. He was fucking right, because everything I was doing, I was doubting it. Like I was doubting it. I was not believing that I could actually make it happen and I could actually do it. Like this is the stuff that a lot of people don't teach because they don't understand it. And what he told me that I needed to do, and I actually, it's crazy because it's already in front of me. It's something that I've already laid out and created for myself to help other men, was this process of chasing your mission, right? This process of chasing your mission. Every time I sign off on this podcast, I say, chase your fucking mission. Well, how do we chase that mission? The first thing that we have to do, and this is the part that I've skipped for so fucking long, is visualize. And this is part of my tagline for Courageous Men. Visualize. Sit back, close your eyes. Think through, feel through what you want to achieve in this world. How you want to be, how you want to look, how you want to operate, how you want to think. How do you want your marriage to be? What do you want that to look like? What do you want your wife to look like? What do you want your kids to be like? How do you want your relationship with your kids to be? What do you want to create in this world? What kind of house do you want to live in? What kind of car do you want to drive? What kind of business do you want to own? Like, you first have to visualize what it is that you actually want in this life. Not only visualize it, but you have to write it down. You have to write down what you want. You have to write down what you visualize, what that looks like, and literally lay out this clear picture so you can continuously visualize what you want out of this life, how you want this life to be, how you want to operate, what you want to look like, what you want to do. Like, you have to visualize it, write it down, and then your behaviors are going to change, because your behaviors are going to mimic what your subconscious is telling you that you want, what you truly want in your subconscious. Then you're going to execute that plan. We're going to execute it. And that's how you chase your fucking mission. So the first thing that you have to start doing, if you're in a place where you're constantly struggling, you're being held back, you're not getting what you want, you're writing goals, but you're not setting goals, you're not achieving goals, sit yourself back, start to visualize what you want in this life. Write it down. And then behave. You're subconsciously going to start behaving the way that you need to behave to chase your mission, because you visualized it. It's there. It's on paper. You create the life that you want to create. So go out and fucking create. If you need help creating the body that you truly want, reach out to me, connect with me in the descriptions of this podcast. You can grab your Lean and Cut Men's Playbook. You can grab your free high protein meal guide, and you can even apply for the High Performer 16 Intensive. We're going to help men become elite in their fitness, their faith, their family, and their finances. So go ahead and connect with me. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to have conversations with people that actually listen to this. I know there's not a lot of you, but I'd love to connect, because I know you're listening. Let's connect. Reach out. Let me know what you learned. All right? And remember to chase your fucking mission. Talk to you tomorrow. Have a great one.